The Abbasid Empire. This was one of the greatest Muslim empires, and in this video I'll be giving an overview of it. It lasted for just under 800 years. The Abbasid Empire was famous for its developments in science, technology and culture, and during that time it was known as the Golden Age of the Islamic world. The empire was founded by Abu al-Abbas saffah, who claims descent from the uncle of the Prophet Muhammad peace be upon him, al-Abbas. The first capital was in a region of Iraq called Kufa. However, the second Abbasid Caliph, Abu Jafar al-Mansoor, founded the city of Baghdad. During the time of the Abbasids, there were great developments in science and technology, and I'll be giving some examples of these. But for further details, please watch my other series about Muslim scientists. Here's one example, which is the Al-Mustansiriya Madrasa, which later became the Al-Mustansiriya University. It's named after Al-Mustansir, who was one of the leaders of the Abbasids, and it's one of the oldest universities in the world. There were many Muslim scientists at that time, including many Arab Muslim scientists such as Al-Hassan al-Haitham, who was from the city of Basra. His study of light led to the development of all sorts of technologies such as the camera and glasses. The society was very multicultural, and there were also many other Persian scientists such as Ibn Sina, who was one of the greatest doctors at the time. His medical book, the Canon of Avicenna, was translated into Latin and it remained so influential that it was taught at universities in Europe such as the University of Vienna up until the 16th century. There were many other Persian Muslim scientists such as Abu Bakr al-Razi, who was another medical doctor who was very influential. Arabic was widely spoken in the Abbasid era, and during that time they also tried to develop languages such as the Arabic language, and one of the greatest linguists at the time of Arabic was Sibawayh, who was also Persian. Not only did the people speak Arabic, however, they also tried to learn and develop other languages such as Farabi, who was also a philosopher from Persia, and according to some narrations he could speak up to 70 languages. Some think that that's the most languages anyone could speak in history. One of the most successful and influential Muslim leaders at the time was Haroon al-Rashid. One of the things that he did was establish the House of Wisdom, which was an area where people could do scientific research, a bit like a research center nowadays, that included Muslims, Christians and Jews working closely together to develop science. It also included people who could speak other languages such as Greek. People were free to practice their religion during the time of the Abbasid era, so that's why you'll find some of the oldest churches in the world, such as the Elijah Monastery, were in Iraq. Likewise, they did not destroy monuments that had been preserved for thousands of years, such as the Istar Gate in the city of Babylon, or the Sitifon Bridge, which is also in Iraq. Some of the greatest Muslim scholars lived during the time of the Abbasids, such as Imam Ahmad bin Hambal and Imam Ibn Taymiyyah, may Allah have mercy on them. The Abbasids also made great efforts to support pilgrims going to the city of Mecca in Saudi Arabia for the annual Hajj or pilgrimage. An example of that is Zubaidah, the wife of Haroon al-Rashid, who built 400 wells between the city of Baghdad in Iraq and the city of Haitham in Saudi Arabia to make matters easier for pilgrims. She financed the entire engineering project herself, and traces of it can still be seen today. This was known as Darb Zubaidah. It was named after her. During the time of the Abbasids, they also started covering the Kaaba once a year with a cloth which is black. Previously, during the time of the Umayyads, the cloth was changed about 3 times a year and used to be in other colors including red, green and black. They also developed areas of architecture, such as by building this minaret in the city of Samarra in northern Iraq in the 13th century. They had an influence on the areas of literature, so for example the 1001 Nights stories or the Arabian Nights were written during the time of the Abbasids. They include many stories, such as the story of Sindbad the sailor, who sets off from the city of Baghdad, which was his home city, which he describes as the city of peace. The city of Baghdad fell eventually during the time of the Mongols, such as during the time of Genghis Khan and Hulago Khan. During that time, they managed to capture the final Abbasid leader, Al-Mu'tasim, and they had him executed. Many people have written about the events that happened during the time of the Mongols in Baghdad, such as Ibn Katheer, who was one of the greatest scholars in Islam and also was a historian. The Mongols completely destroyed the city, so according to some narrations, they burnt down so many libraries and threw all the books inside the sea, inside the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, that they became black from all the ink from the books. In fact, according to some historic accounts, the Mongols killed so many people in Baghdad that the air got polluted and they had to move out of the city because of the smell of the dead bodies. The Abbasid Empire still continued for some time in Egypt with a different capital in Cairo, and this continued until 1517 when they were replaced by the Ottoman Empire. For further details on the Ottoman Empire, please watch my other videos on my channel about the Ottoman Empire. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this video informative. Please like and share my video and subscribe to my channel.